Hi, good morning, guys. This is my submission for the challenge Enhance Smart Account Search, call out to SFTC. Uh, this challenge is basically based upon the the code that is provided with this challenge, and I have used that code as a baseline, and I created a search tool basically which searches the external Salesforce systems. One important change that I did was to the integration settings, which I didn't basically like using integration settings as a custom setting because it stores the usernames and passwords. And so I created this custom object called external system, uh, which basically stores the details about the external system that you are trying to connect to. So in this case, it's a Salesforce system. So you have the system name, auth access token, which is a read-only field which is returned from the external system. The client ID and client secret needs to be provided with the password, system type, system URL, and the username. So after you define all this, everything is pretty much taken care of in the code, the authentication and getting the access token, retries, all this logic. Go to the accounts, click on the new. So this is pretty much the same screen that you have seen in the DNB search. You click on search, and you can see that it returns the values from the external system, which is a different Salesforce org. And for the record type, I'm using this field called record type over here, which is a drop down. If there are any record types available for the account, it shows up over here. uh, One thing that I use to write the intermediate page is follow the Salesforce standard methodology. Just to go to your personal settings and choose a default record type. I would suggest you do that as well, and which will basically override the default page, and it goes over here and it allows the user to select the record type in the this page versus that intermediate page. So you can click on the use candidate, and there you go. It pre-populates the values. One other thing improvement that I did was for the previous one, in the DNB one, it was only getting the shipping address, but in this search it's also getting the billing address. So the billing address is populated, you see that. uh, that's pretty much it. I mean, it's a straightforward search. Not a lot to do. I mean, one improvement that I would do is if you wanted to really run this code in parallel or in conjunction with the existing DNB search, um, let me show you how to do that. I have created an extension class which you can use basically. There are few changes that you need to do though. I started like this by creating the extension. I thought the challenge was basically to build a search on top of what was provided. So I was doing that, but there was a lot of back and forth conversations about creating a own Salesforce search independent of the DNB. So I had to create a new controller and all, but I thought I'll just throw out the code in case if you wanted to use both together. So you click on the new. You can see that now you have a search and search other Salesforce buttons. So search. So sorry. I, Just bear with me a couple of minutes. I'm really sorry. I thought I. Yeah, yeah. Why is it? Oh, I know why it's not working. I'm really sorry. Okay, this is one thing. So I commented out the code that is not required for the DMB in the Visual Force page. So you just take off that. So it's basically searching the DNB as well. So you can see that it gets a DNB, but if you want to search the Salesforce, it gets the Salesforce. Uh, this is just an enhancement. You don't really have to use it. It's not even in the manage package. It's only in the zip code. So that's all I had. And also just make sure that you add your remote site settings if you are in India or in Europe. I did add all the remote sites for the North America NA1 to NA15, but if you are outside, just make sure that you add them so that you don't get like unauthorized endpoint when you are trying to do some testing. I hope you like my challenge. Thanks for listening to me. Bye bye.